Hey guys, Civilord here, back in with another action figure review, and today we'll be taking a look at the Page Punchers 7-inch 0-hour Extant, brought to us by the fine folks over at DC Direct and or McFarlane Toys. Pick your poison at this point. Got about a year's worth of bullshit from this company and or companies left before Mattel gets this license, so might as well make the best of it and create characters that I've never heard of on body bucks that we've seen a million times. Whatever works, I guess. I mean, my dumbass bought it, so I guess I'm guilty. That said, before we get too far ahead of ourselves, why don't we cut right to the chase and get into the meat and taters of this review and take a look-see at all Extant has to offer in terms of accessories, starting off with a pair of alt hands. He's got a fist and a trigger hand, because you know he shoots guns, right? Kidding, of course, he doesn't do that. I think he shoots energy blasts. Would have been cool to get one of those, but oh well. We get a card, a collectible trading card, if you will, and then we get the 0-hour comic, which there it is, right here. Same comic as Superman. Nothing special about that. Take a closer look at Extant, because I don't know a whole lot about this character, other than he does come with a hockey puck display stand where he's sitting with all McFarlane Toys releases, and that he is the character Hawk, gone rogue, which, not for nothing, isn't that Monarch 2? Does this guy turn into Monarch? What's going on with that? But at any rate, he's on the quilted body that we've seen with plenty of Green Lantern figure. And not for nothing, isn't his partner Parallax? Do they team up or something? I've heard lots of things about this character, and I tend to believe them because I don't know much about him myself. That said, he does have this cool super 90s looking harness on his torso. He's got a wired cape, whereas Superman did not get a wired cape, which is a bunch of bullshit if you ask me. And he's got this cool kind of pissed off head sculpt. He's all but as far as articulation goes, so we'll rotate. Look up. I thought I could look up higher than that. No, I can only look up that high. I can look down a little bit. He's got some pivot there. Shoulders go out all the way around. He's got the best beautiful butterfly rotator cap thing out of all these guys. He's got tight as balls biceps, so be mindful of that. Double jointed elbow, kind of chunky, not great looking. Probably not the worst. He does have ball hinge wrists that will rotate, hinge, and swivel. He does have a diaphragm joint that can allow him to crunch this far forward. It feels like they retooled this, so it can actually do that. And then backwards, not as far, but you don't need to do that, so that's cool, I guess. It does also rotate and tilt. So that is that. His waist also rotates. Hips can kick out, back down, forward, back. He's got a thigh cut, sorta. Does he have a thigh cut? Thought he did. Oh, that side does. There we go. Now it's working. He's got a thigh cut, but it ain't great. Double knee, definitely not great. This looks atrocious. I don't know why that's a thing. Then he's got ball hinge ankles that will hinge, rotate, very tight, and pivot. And he's got toe joints that are not too loose. And that's your lot. Pretty basic figure, but it's cool to get this character. If he is like Parallax's buddy, it's a great companion piece for that. And we have plenty of 0-hour characters at this point. You know, that JLA wave is a good companion piece to it. Some of the characters anyways, like Aquaman and whatnot. But standing him up here, he looks good. He's just kind of average. But average is better than shite, I suppose. So with that being said, it's time now that we move right along and take a look at some size comparisons. First up, here's good old Extant alongside his quote-unquote wave mate, the Infinite Crisis Cheetah, fellow Platinum Edition, a fellow pain in the ass to find, whatever you want to call it. There she is. She's shorter than he is. That makes sense. And then we also have his other wave mate, if you want to call it that, the 0 Hour Superman, complete with mullet and head swap. I lived up to getting done and actually showing you guys. I already talked about that in my Joker video, so I won't dwell on it here, but let's just say that smaller head on that bigger body definitely looks a lot more proportionate to this guy. I will say I did have to swap out the neck as well. Not the neck itself, but the ball peg the head snaps onto, so that head would fit on that body, because I think the pig's a little longer, but you know, at the end of the day, that's what she said. So, getting these two out of here so we can make way for our two regulars. Mythic Legion's brother Mandibilith right here, and the infamous 11 Spawn, who as usual he's about neck and neck with old Extant actually, so not turn over everyone today, but still large and in charge in our hearts, I guess. That was dumb. So that being said, it's time now that we wrap things up with some final thoughts. Overall, and if you wanted a figure of this character, well, you got one. Is he perfect? No. Is he great? No. Is he good enough to fill a spot? I think so. And the fact that he's got a wired cape and Superman doesn't speaks volumes as to how inconsistent this gosh darn company is. But if you've always wanted an Extant figure, I'm very happy for you, because this is not a bad release. It's just kind of average. But if you're okay with that, by all means, do your due diligence and try and track this guy down. I'm hoping for the best for you. So, with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this review. Until next time, I'll catch you guys later.